Every day, we are constantly surrounded by images. There are many types of image. While the rhetoric of this is not easy to understand, we've divided this up into 3 sections to make it easily understandable for you. Why, yes, even you. Let's start with the linguistic message. This message is present in every image, whether it is captioning, titles, or even film dialogues. In a linguistic message, palimpsemy represents how each image implies something. The audience, in turn, decides what to acknowledge and ignore. Here we have a popular optical illusion. Is it a face or a vase? What do you think? No, silly, it's a vase! Next, the symbolic meaning within the linguistic message guides interpretation instead of identification. What do you suppose this symbol is? Neither do I. What's this? You are drawing a square. So you're interpreting it as a circle within a triangle within a square. Shapes! Now, as for anchorage, it guides the audience through text in order to achieve the proper or desired interpretation. There's a text under the symbol. The Deathly Hallows. So the symbol represents the Cloak of Invisibility, the Elder Wand, and the Resurrection Stone. Definitely wouldn't have thought of that. The next part might be a little bit harder to understand than the first part. Do you think you could do it? The denoted image is an absence of meaningful of all the meanings. In other words, it is something that can stand by itself for aesthetics and is sufficient on its own. It is evictive, innocent, and natural. What are you doing now, you silly? Oh, I see you're mimicking the fountain. Surely the fountain can stand by itself for its aesthetics and its beauty. So, how long are you gonna stand there for? She's a beauty, isn't she? The purpose of the denoted image is to naturalize the symbolic message. What are you up to this time? Now, isn't that the university's alma mater statue? Like the alma mater, you are also opening out your arms to welcome new incoming students. That sure is a natural gesture, and naturalizes the symbolic message of the alma mater statue. Do you understand the denoted message now? Good. Last but not least, we have the rhetoric of the image, also known as the language of images. Whenever we see an image or a picture, it is digested through lexicons and idiolect. Lexicons are symbols which correspond to a body of practices and techniques. An understanding of a certain topic, which is part of an individual's identity, may vary depending on the knowledge of the individual. What's that symbol you have there? Any idea? An engineer. Open circuit. That's definitely something an engineer would know. An idiolect is the combination of all of an individual's lexicons. Each person's idiolect is unique. From this, we may gather a variety of meanings from the same and sole message. I see you're back for more. Do you think you can solve this? No, you're just being silly. Let's see if that's right. Let's bring out the engineer. Well, looks like you were wrong. Uh-huh. I see. So I is 5. We've learned a lot today, haven't we? The linguistic message, the denoted message, and the rhetoric of the image. When these 3 components combine, it allows us to have a better grasp of visual rhetoric. It makes us more aware of our surroundings and enable us to learn more from our environment. Before we leave, let's recap what we have learned today. We've learned that the visual rhetoric composes of 3 parts: the linguistic message, the denoted message, and the rhetoric of the image. The linguistic message is present in every image, whether it is captioning, titles, or film dialogue. It represents how each image implies something, and the audience in turn can decide what to acknowledge and what to ignore. The meaning within the linguistic message guides interpretation instead of identification. It further guides the audience through text in order to achieve the proper or desired interpretation. The denoted message is something that can stand by itself for its aesthetics, and it is sufficient on its own. It is to naturalize symbolic messages. The rhetoric of the image is also known as the language of images. It is digested through lexicons, which are symbols that correspond to a body of practices and techniques. It is also digested through idiolect, which is the combination of all of an individual's lexicons. So, did you learn a lot today? Well then, off you go. Careful now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.